If you thought Arsenal had already peaked, think again. The 2026 squad isn't just strong, it's outrageous. This is a squad so lethal, it already feels like a champion in waiting. This is a weapon forged by Arteta, and it's already loaded. A nightmare factory by one transfer window, and suddenly every weakness looks like a faded memory. Yes, I'm talking about a team so dangerous it could make your club irrelevant for the next 10 years. From a two-headed monster in defense to a midfield trio, Arsenal 2026 comes with a warning. It doesn't just want to compete, it wants to erase the competition. If you're a fan of Manchester City, Liverpool or Chelsea, brace yourself. You might secretly wish you could trade places, because Arteta isn't building a starting 11, he's building a starting 22, a double squad of ruthless options where no opponent will ever know what's coming. 254 million spent results in a master plan in motion, with every player a bullet and every selection a threat. So, here's the question every Arsenal fan is asking: is this finally Arsenal's year? What makes Arsenal lethal this time, and while they'll prove so many people wrong this season, is the fact they've built on a backline that was already the most solid in the league. With William Saliba, Ricardo Calafiori, and Julian Timber, this is a defensive fortress. And the pillar of it all, the two centre-backs. Trust me, Saliba and Gabriel are the best partnership in England right now. But here's what clubs truly dread about them: they're resolute, they're tough, and they can hurt you in different ways. Saliba brings that calm, composed presence, while Gabriel is on the front foot, more of a Martin Keown type. Every striker who faces them walks onto the pitch already knowing this one's going to be tough today. Then there's Declan Rice, signed for £105 million. He's proved his stamina, ball carrying, tackling, and who can forget those two incredible free kicks against Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final at the Emirates. A night for the ages, where Rice became the first player in competition history to score 2 direct free kicks in a knockout game. And behind them, David Raya. He's been one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, and right now, he deserves the gloves for as long as he wants them. This was already a deadly combination, but with the final pieces in place, Arsenal haven't just built a strong squad, they've built a dangerously lethal one, a side no one wants to face. Now, tell me, did anyone really see this coming? What looked like a few good signings was actually Arteta pulling off a tactical masterclass, building a squad that terrifies opponents before the ball is even kicked. Arsenal didn't just buy players, they filled the exact gaps that haunted them, starting with what they lacked the most: a terrifying striker. Take Viktor Gyokeres, €73.5 million for a striker who isn't just good, he's ruthless. Arsenal's old problem? Struggling against the low block, walking away with nothing but frustration. But Gyokeres changes everything. He holds up play, spins with intent, finishes like few in Europe. With 39 league goals from an XG of 30.8, he's outscoring what's expected by 8.2 goals. A sign of clinical efficiency that few strikers in Europe can match. Add 6 goals in 8 Champions League matches, and you already start to see why defenders won't sleep easy. If he brings even half of that form to Arsenal, isn't that already game over for most rivals? Before Gyokeres, Kai Havertz carried the striker role, more a false 9 than a pure number 9. He filled the gap, yes, but now the bar has been raised. Arsenal finally have the predator they've been missing. And yes, almost under the radar, Martín Zubimendi walks in. After snubbing Liverpool, can Zubimendi bring Arsenal the title? Did anyone realise how dangerous this is? A midfielder who reads the game before it unfolds, who dictates tempo, who unlocks transitions with one pass. He prefers to control the game from deep and dictate the speed of the transition. Zubimendi at the base, freeing up Declan Rice to drive forward, and let Odegaard live higher up the pitch where he's more lethal. This isn't just depth, it's design. So now, the question for rivals is simple. Are you ready for an Arsenal that's built not just to compete, but to dominate, with Gyokeres leading the line and Zubimendi orchestrating from deep. Isn't this the closest thing to building their own Rodri? Honestly, no complaints here. Arsenal needed one, got one, and did it early. Tell me, was there really a better backup keeper available? Kepa Arrizabalaga was always a top target for Arteta as the safety net behind David Raya. And let's be real, when you've got a guy who's won the Champions League, Europa League, UEFA Super Cup, and Club World Cup, is that really just a backup? Not at all. It's the part of a much bigger plan. Kepa didn't concede in 9 of the 35 games, helping them to the 6th best defensive record in the league. That stat alone explains why Arsenal snatched him up for £5 million instead of Neto. Remember, back in 2018, he was the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. And now, he's our backup. Amazing business, right? A top 10 Premier League keeper last year, now sitting on our bench, ready when needed. If Raya got injured last season and we had Neto, you could forget the Champions League. But with Kepa, no more worries. After the striker, this was the killer addition. Eyes always on the ball, no mistakes. Another killer signing that caught Arsenal's eye from Chelsea was Noni Madueke, a winger with both club and international experience. He knows the Premier League inside out, and his arrival instantly raises the squad's level, joining for an initial fee of £48.5 million. This time, no excuses. Madueke makes Arsenal unpredictable. He's been brought in with a clear purpose, to back up Bukayo Saka on the right and to push Gabriel Martinelli for his place on the left. That's depth Arsenal desperately needed. At Chelsea, Madueke proved himself as a regular over the past 2 seasons, scoring 20 goals in 92 appearances. Not a bad return, right? The Gunners have often struggled against teams that sit deep, and this is where Madueke shines. And here's the thing, when you're an attacking player and your first instinct is to go past your defender, that's special. That's exactly what Madueke offers. It's the kind of fearlessness Arsenal were missing last season. His productivity, his versatility on both wings, something the squad sorely lacked last time in terms of depth. Arsenal now have the depth and danger in wide areas to truly finish what they started. To make this squad truly deadly and leave no loopholes, Arteta finally went for Eberechi Eze. Better late than never, right? Sure, the price tag was steep at £67.5 million, but sometimes you pay extra for a player who's more than just a luxury. He's a lethal bonus. And let's be honest, he's also the insurance we desperately needed in case Odegaard struggles again with his ankle. Last year, wasn't that our biggest problem? One single point of failure, no proper senior option to step in when Odegaard wasn't fully fit. With Eze, Arteta fixes that gap. He can slot into the left midfield where Declan Rice often pushed up, which in turn frees Rice to drop deeper and do the cleanup work in front of the defense. Does Eze have one nailed-on position? Not really, and that's actually his strength. He's a tweener, part midfielder, part winger, even part striker. That versatility makes him unpredictable and makes us less predictable as the team. Isn't that exactly what we lacked last season when injuries made us hard to read? He's the insurance policy, and the wild card rolled into one. Christian Nurgo might just turn out to be one of the smartest businesses Arsenal did this summer. His ball-winning ability is his biggest strength, but he's also a real threat from set pieces, something Arteta and Nicolas Jova value greatly. Dead ball situations aren't just moments, they're weapons, and Nurgo fits that plan perfectly. Add in his aerial presence and sharp passing from deep, and you can see why he's such a clever pickup. Last season, he was 8th in the league for interceptions, and that's exactly the type of engine you want covering your midfield. And that's the point. Nurgo comes in as a clever backup to Martín Zubimendi, just like Gyokeres arrives to compete with Havertz, and Madueke with Saka and Martinelli. Add in Eberechi Eze as that wildcard insurance for Odegaard or Rice, and suddenly the squad has the deadliest players. So, when you put it all together, doesn't it feel different this time, unlike the last season, where injuries ripped the spine out of the team? It's about building a machine. Last year, injuries made Arsenal predictable. This year, with Gyokeres, Kepa, Madueke, Eze, Zubimendi, and now Nugo, this squad is a lethal weapon. Controlled, calculated, and far too dangerous to unleash lightly. That is all for today. Let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts as an Arsenal fan? Will this year be ours? But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing football content next time.